Shalom, shalom. Praise and foremost as always, I'd like to start and give all honor and glory, giving the praise and worship to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, our elders, a great millstone, we will teach on sound doctrine. A strong shalom to the hopeful elect, the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That the Lord will have mercy on these last days. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH representing Jim S. Bench in Cleveland. Lord willing to bring out a quick and edifying lesson. Spiritual Breakfast, episode 39. I thought 39 was yesterday, but 38 was yesterday. So this is episode 39. All right, the title gave through the Spirit was the convo started at the door. All right, the conversation started with at the door, man. All right, which means if the conversation started at the door, that means that the name of YAHAWASHI was given to us at the door as well. We have the names of the Lord, man. It was declared unto us when he introduced himself to us, man. You know, the conversation started at the door. It met us at the door. It knocked, and it spoke unto us. See what I'm saying? That wisdom is what I'm referring to. Let's get right into it because like I said, I only have a couple minutes before I reach my destination. This Revelation 3, and this Revelation 3 and 20. It says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me." So you have a particular man on the earth that heard someone at the door. Sometimes you don't always hear people at the door, right? That's 2/3. They didn't hear the Lord at the door, you know. And then the ones that actually kind of took heed to some of the words, but never really fully supped with the Lord, took the time to drink the tea with the Lord, right, and have a conversation with the Lord, right? When you supping is a process, right? It's a slow process. Business owners sup when they meet each other, a Panera Bread and so forth. They sup on their coffee and so forth, and they have a conversation amongst each other, an important conversation. Documents are shared, passwords and secrets are expressed. Business plans and modules and floor plans and so forth, and blueprints are expressed and handed over. Our contracts are signed. You know, that supping process is very, very important. It's a slow and dedicated process. So you have some people that allow YAHWASHI, which represents wisdom, to enter into their home, but they didn't actually sup with the Lord. You know, their tea was lukewarm. Their tea was cold. It wasn't even cold. It was warm. You know, they never took a sip. You know, YAHWASHI, he found the conversation to be weird and he left. That's what wisdom do. Wisdom said it would try you, you know, and it will see if it can sup with you. It can see if it can rest with you for a moment, and then it's up out of there because it don't dwell in a malicious soul, a body that's defiled. So then it leaves the house. That's your mind. The conversation was held at the door. YAHWASHI, he said, I stood at the door and knocked. YAHWASHI represents what? Wisdom. 1 Corinthians 1:30. But of him are ye in Hamashiach YAHWASHI, of the Most High is, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. So when you go to Wisdom of Solomon 6, and was it 14? Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 6:14. It says, "Whoso seeketh her early," talking about wisdom, right? Let me start at 12. "Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her." You know, she preventeth them that desire her, and making herself first known unto them. So right, that wisdom first made herself known unto us, meaning wisdom introduced itself to us, which is Yahawashi. It says 14, whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for she shall find, for he will find her sitting at his door. For he will find her sitting at his door. That's what it just said. We read that I stand at the door and knock. So Yahawashi introduced himself to us, man. That's the first thing you do when you have a conversation. The conversation started at the door, man. So these niggas saying we don't got the name and the name is not important. Yes, it's very much important. When you answer your door and say, who is it? They're gonna introduce themselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's such and such. What that represents this department or this business. Where you coming from? State your business. Or you can't enter in. You know? This is St. John 17:6. It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word, man. You know? And that's what the men of the Lord did. When Yahawashi knocked, they said, who is it? He said, it's wisdom. It's Yahawashi. You know, it's he who will save, who's going to save you. I represent the kingdom of heaven. And the elect said, oh, okay, cool. I've been looking for you. I've been waiting for you. And then the elect allow wisdom to come into their domain, which is their house, their mind, which is Yahawashi. And wisdom not only came in, wisdom started to sup with those individual spirits. Like I mentioned earlier, the supping process. And not only did he came in, he sat down and had a conversation with these elect men, a holy conversation. And he gave them the blueprints on how to receive immortality. It was a slow process. It was a dedicated process. It was an important meeting between the parties, between Yahawashi and the elect men. And they took the time to listen, and they drank the tea, and their tea was hot. It wasn't cold or lukewarm. It was hot. They was very much embedded in the conversation. But what? It started with Yahawashi introducing himself, telling us who's at the door. He said, it is wisdom. I represent Yahweh and the kingdom of heaven and your salvation. May I enter. And the elect allowed Yahawashi through the spirit using wisdom, right? It was that love at first sight to enter in. Of course, come in. You know what I'm saying? It's that fine, you know, bill collector, that fine whoever come to the door, and that fine whoever coming to the door, and you like, hold on now, come in, you come in, yeah. You don't care what they collecting or selling. That's what wisdom was. Wisdom was fine unto the men of the Lord, and wisdom was like, yo, I mean, and the man was like, yo, come in, girl, you know, which is in a representation of a woman because it's a nurturer, you know, the form of wisdom. It's a nurturer, and it nourishes us, you know. But yeah, man. So, hey, yeah, wisdom, Yahawashi, we got the names, man. We got the names, man. You know, and he was introduced. He introduced himself when he introduced himself. You know, when he knocked at the door, man. And he first said, yo, it's Yahawashi, man. He told us his name, you know, who he was and who he represented, and then he entered in, man. You know what I'm saying? So the conversation was first held at the door, you know, who he represented, what his name was, Yahawashi, right? You know, and what his mission was, why he was at the door, and it was up to you to let him in. You let him in, and either you supped with him, received the information correctly, or you didn't drink the tea, and you just heard bits and pieces of the information, and then you let him go about his merry way into the neighbor's house. Okay, and next thing you know, you envious because he coming out the house, and then him and the neighbor is laughing because you shunned out the wisdom that was displayed amongst that man, which is Yahawashi, man. So Lord willing, this is quick breakfast is edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory and for the praise and worship too.
HALALYAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors again to our apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Kadash again. Till next time, Waffle Ball, Baba Ball, Shalom. Damn, I said this anyway.